Hey there, Teddy. Okay. I think this is working right. I hope. We'll find out. How are you doing? build megas and why? Why does it hate me today? Well, look at it. Gotta mess with the settings again. Doing alright. Being a little tired, but that's pretty typical of me. Yeah, so it did shrink again. Don't know why it's doing that all the time. Let's try this again. Go and sleep. No. I'm gonna stream, and then I might take a nap after. I've been sleeping way too much, I feel like. I slept in quite a bit today. Granted, I didn't fall asleep till quite late, but still. Alright, we're gonna hope that this... Yes, it reset properly. Awesome. Hey sis, how are you? Alright, we're not gonna go easy. We're gonna do this, and hope for the best. I don't know what I'm gonna do. But I may not survive this. So we'll have to see. This may be a very bad idea, but we're gonna go for it. No more chickening out. And also, like, okay, I don't... Alright. Alright. I'm scared. Run! Alright. Get my son. No, I wanted the med kit, not the cards. Gosh darn it. Dying. Oh, come on. Med kit. Gas mask. And whatever I grabbed there. Alright, so it's so hard to talk like this. My mind, it can't comprehend talking while... Oh, I still need some water. Oh, just give me the gun and let's go! I did not get enough water in that at all. I think I got one bottle maybe. So this is gonna be interesting. Yep. Okay, 2 bottles of water. Oh, yeah, that was great. Alright, we're gonna run with this and hope for the best. Alright, Timmy is safe, and that's what matters. We barely got here in time ourselves. We have no idea what happened to Mary Jane and Ted. Maybe they're okay. When we opened the shelter door, we noticed some of the shelves were already stocked. We can't really say we recall putting all of these supplies here, but we're definitely going to put them to good use, so we got a can of food from that. Good thing we grabbed the suitcase. What we found inside will definitely prove useful. We got the lock, which is good. Nice achievement. Bye, Teddy. Have fun. Our shelves are full of cans. We'll eat from cans, we'll sleep on cans, we'll even talk to cans. Some of us already do. And there's just barely enough water for everyone. We'll have to ration strictly. Well, it's day 1, so I'm not getting anything. We're gonna have to prepare to scavenge pretty quickly. Nice achievement. Did you see the achievements? Are they showing this time? So easy to escalate silly arguments in close quarters. Doesn't help. We were chatting and then suddenly we were fighting and fighting. Let's just hope we'll get over this soon. Alright. So, we got a lot of the good stuff, but we didn't get water, which is a major problem. We stopped arguing, but for how long? Despite the dire circumstances and all the trouble we are going through, Timmy is being very brave, and Dolores is doing quite well, or she just can't find anything to complain about today. Still not getting food and water. Yeah, I saw it pop up in the corner. Awesome. Sometimes they don't, so, you know. I don't want to start packing for a trip yet. I mean, there's only 2 of us. Knock knock. The sound always surprises and confuses us. It could mean anything good or bad, but we're always curious. Should we open the door? Should we open the door, guys? I mean, I feel okay, so one time we opened the door and it was crazy. We had Mary Jane back. The other time I opened the door, the last time we got hurt. I don't know if I want to risk it. I kind of worry, like, oh, what if it's a family member and I, like, leave the door closed and we don't get that family member and I feel bad. We ditch him a second time. But at the same time, we have 2 bottles of water, and if we get hurt, we have a med kit, yeah, but we have no way to, like, make another med kit, and just a mess. Nah. Alright. Well, if it's Ted or Mary Jane, I'm sorry, but we have decided you will suffer the radiation. I really wonder if it was Ted. I don't know if Ted's ever come back to life like Mary Jane did. The begging stopped after a while, and whoever was behind the door left. We have no idea who it is. Who it was, will we ever find out? Probably not. How about getting to and drink? Dolores complaining already. Stage 3, they're in pretty good shape, and they could go to the wasteland. I don't think I want to send them. What's that sound? A galloping horse. We rushed to the door and were greeted by 2 men dressed like they'd come from a medieval fair. Hey Loris, how are you? We identified the source of the sound. One of them was holding 2 rocks and hitting them against each other constantly while the other was skipping and pretending to be a rider. They said they're looking for some antique cut, but they'd get lost and they'd be most grateful if we would let them check our map, provided we have one. Check our map doesn't mean take our map, so I'm sure we could let them do that. And that's totally would be me, just clapping little rocks together. Actually, I'd probably use coconuts, to be honest, like hollowed out coconuts. When you clap them together, it actually sounds like a horse. But, you know, this is after bombs. I don't think they have coconuts. Anyways, we'll let them check our map, because why not? They gave us food. We don't need food. They seemed friendly enough, so we let them have a look at our map. They thanked us and offered us some supplies in exchange. We graciously accepted and wished them luck on their quest. Of course, they're still complaining about their horrible fatigue. We're not sending them to the wasteland just yet. It's difficult to keep our spirits up in this situation. We do hope this whole mess will be over soon, or else we might end up in a place much worse than this cozy shelter. Hashtag Monty Python horses. Easy to feel a bit down and living underground like this. No sunshine, no sky. We need to get rid of that pessimism and try to bring some cheerfulness into our lives. Well, the cheerfulness is you guys get food and water. Woohoo! We discussed everything we could, and no one is willing to chat anymore. The silence is really disturbing. Should we do something before we start talking to ourselves instead? Hey, Duck Duck! How are you? Yeah, so we're gonna listen to the radio, mostly because I have a fear if we don't, they will go completely insane, and I'm not risking that. Please tell me they didn't break it. Okay, they didn't break the radio. I'm very proud. Ah, how fortunate we took the radio with us. We can probably listen to some music. They still put music out there, don't they? Nothing new to report, and they still seem to be doing well. Still a risk of health. I don't know if I want to prepare for a trip. I may prepare for one after, but one of our covers of the shelter was a bit shaky, so we pulled it out to give it a new home. In the process, we discovered a secret door. Where does it lead? No idea, but let's find out. Use a flashlight. That seems like the smartest choice, right? Like, why would we use a gun to shoot down the hallway? I'm gonna use a flashlight. This could end up very horrible for me. I have no idea, but we're gonna see what's in that hallway. Well, no one's sick or injured, so that's a bonus, and our flashlight's not broken. We inspected every corner of the room and found nothing. Well, that was a waste of time. Despite the dire circumstances and all the trouble we are going through, Timmy's being very brave and everything's fine with Dolores. Well, that's great. We took some time examining our map and found it had some abnormal symbols scribbled into a few places. It appeared as if someone had hidden something in the area and provided directions to it, so we sent someone to investigate. Every time so far, we've not sent someone because of fears like they were crazy, they were sick, something like that, and we decided against it, being like, why on earth would they be in the map now after the apocalypse? That being said, do we want to take a risk? We're low on water. It could provide water, but it could also get them sick. We do have a med kit, so I mean the balancing out. Think we should try to send Timmy and just see what happens? And hope for the best. I think that's all we can do right about now. Day 8. Timmy seems fine, said Timmy. Alright. Those map directions were a cruel joke, or just a child's playful imagination. We found nothing and only wasted our afternoon running around. Well, at least he got some exercise. We were so afraid for Timmy, but he came back from the wasteland and is safe with us now. I don't know why she's saying us, it is just her, but you know, that's fine. We woke to a dripping sound today and noticed there's something leaking from the pipes. That green liquid looked innocent enough even after it ate through the table and the chair and the floor. Patching up that pipe is probably a good idea. I'm gonna say the Boy Scout book. I feel like the book is the best way to patch something. I don't know why. We need the gas mask, and I don't know what on earth a suitcase is gonna do to patch a pipe, so we're gonna use the book. And we're good. The book looks good, so... Ha! Problem solved. No leak, no mess. Back to our tidy little shelter. They all seem to be doing well. They have one more day till they eat. I'm gonna prepare to scavenge. Even though it's still highly radioactive, I think we're gonna prepare to scavenge and send Timmy with like the gas mask and hope for the best. We do have a med kit here, as long as Dolores doesn't get sick while he's gone. We've been busy since we got to the shelter, but there's still much to be done, like trimming the shrubbery in our yard. That's definitely something we want to do when we get out of here. I don't know why they want a garden once they get out of here. I mean, like, if I got out of being cramped in a shelter, I would either go play video games for like 6 hours, or like go skydive, or go do something adventurous. I mean, come on, life or death experiences here. Hey warriors, how are you? Let's just leave all those questions be for now. They need something to drink, obviously, and so it's food and water day. And we're gonna send Timmy out with the... Okay, I can click gas mask, I promise. With the gas mask. Doing okay? I'm doing alright. I'm, you know, a little tired and stuff, but you know, it's all good. I'm like not super tired though, so it's nice. Just a little bit. Alright, we're gonna send him out with the gas mask and hope for the best. Timmy, please come back. We cannot lose you. Those are the redheads. They are surviving and thriving. Timmy went out on the wasteland. We don't know what we'll do if he doesn't come back. Everything seems okay for us. Well, for now, she's not eating or drinking. Open in the name of freedom, came a shout from outside our door. We weren't sure who claimed to be representing freedom, but we could hear it was a group of people probably armed. Anyone who introduces themselves like that is probably planning to kill someone in the name of freedom. Should we open? No. I mean, we seem to be doing pretty okay. We only have a bottle of water, which can last us, like, you vote this time. Alright, we're gonna not open it. You seem to be doing pretty okay. We're not, like, short on supplies. We have a radio. I don't want that stolen. So we're just gonna say no. We stayed silent until the group on the other side of the door went away. It didn't show up afterwards, so we figured it was the wise thing to do. Let's just hope they don't come back in greater numbers. Day 12. The other day we heard a quiet knock on our door, but when we opened, we only found a suitcase on the doorstep and there's no one around. It isn't signed, but it sure looks like it was meant for us. Should we check what's inside? No. We're not doing this. Last time we did this, we got sick. We're not doing it. It's pretty simple. If we don't know where it comes from, we cannot trust it. There's no way we're taking this gift. We left it outside. Maybe some cockroach will want it. The kind of cockroach that enjoys ties, an occasional cigar, and of course, leather suitcases. Dolores will not last long without water. It was completely your fault, warriors. You had said yes, and I listened to you. We can keep sitting on our backsides here in this teeny little bunker, or we can start thinking about getting away as far as possible from this radioactive wasteland. Who would have thought the Reds would ruin such a lovely neighborhood? We could do it on our own, the escaping part, not the ruining part, of course. However, there might be someone out there who can help us. Let's keep our eyes and ears open. We're gonna listen to the radio. I mean, you clicked on it, so meh, but I gave the decision to you, my viewers. So, completely your fault. Alright, we knew it! The government has not fallen and they're coming to save us. They didn't give exact dates in the radio transmission, but we're sure they won't keep us waiting long. They said they will be in touch in a couple of days and told us to await further instructions. Dolores, you're one more day. Timmy, please come back. We'll listen to it because I think that radio could help us figure out if it's still radioactive out there. We'll do that. Timmy's still not back. We were able to get a weak signal and tap into the government's emergency announcement system. The fallout outside has mostly gone. That's good. She gets food and water today, and we're gonna hope that Timmy comes back tomorrow. It's very difficult to prepare for unforeseen consequences when you don't see them coming. Well, they are unforeseen by definition, so it does make a lot of sense. We can't say we were prepared for what happened. I mean, okay, yeah, I love that. Unforeseen, but you want to pretend like you can see them. Timmy's still not back. I worry that Timmy has died. What we make of today will be our tomorrow, so let's make it right. If there's anything to report about Dolores, this is where it would have been written. Well, Dolores seems to be doing well. She's going strong. We felt something staring at us from the corner of the shelter. We think it's a rat. At least it looks like a rat. A rat on a very good day. We decided we needed to do something about it. Or, to put it more bluntly, it's either him or us. Well, we can't use the axe, so we don't have the axe, so we're gonna have to use a gun. I fear if we don't, it'll take something that we need. Or break something. But shooting it, will that break something as well? I feel like shooting a gun. What do you guys think? Should I shoot the rat or hope for the best? I mean, we did say it's either him or us, so waste of ammo, to be honest. Alright, so we're not gonna shoot him? I mean, we could just beat him with the blunt end of the gun. So gory. Alright, we won't shoot him. We'll let him be. Hopefully nothing gets broken. If the radio gets broken, we'll be very upset, but, you know, we've already listened to the transmission, so hopefully that'll be fine. Timmy's back. Oh, Timmy, you're back, and you broke our gas mask. Thanks a lot. As we were running around looking for something to smash that furry rodent with, it just disappeared. So did one of our food cans. The question is, how did the devil fit it through one of those little holes? Okay, we lost food. That's not too bad. We have quite a bit of food. We were so afraid for Timmy, but he came back from the wasteland and is safe with us now. Proud Ellison Hotel was completely destroyed. Piles and piles of luggage were lying between heaps of rubble. Only a few rooms on the lower levels partially survived. Every room was stocked with water bottles for the guests. A few of them remained relatively untouched by the explosion. So why do we only get one? They always say a few, and we only get one. And what was left of one of the rooms, two figures were playing chess. One was a skeleton, the other was a man in some kind of metal armor. They gave us their chess board, claiming they have a spare one. Only when we walked away did we discover they gave us checkers instead of chess. What a sick joke. The lobby was mostly destroyed, and barely anything could be found on the floor except for one very hairy and very dead lumberjack. He had an axe in his hand. Okay, we got an axe, it's good. He drank the rest, that's why, And darn it, our gas mask was damaged during the expedition. Alright, well, I know that he needs to eat and drink because he didn't on day 15. I'm not going to make him wait. He did a good job. He did bring his stuff back. It just means we have to bring another bit of supplies. We'll have to go on expedition again. Ring, ring, there we are, thinking we would never hear a telephone signal again, and suddenly a phone starts ringing from somewhere outside. We figured it's the phone booth across the street. Should we get someone go answer? Okay, so I know this is the twin ending. I know it starts the twin ending because I did this in the last one. That's how we ended the stream last time. I'm gonna say no. We're not gonna go for the twin ending. I think I'm gonna try to get the military to save us. So we're gonna skip that. Until we shoot Selene Dolores has to drink sometime. Well, not today. Last time we went out on an expedition, we noticed an abandoned tank. No, the last time we did this, looks damaged but may contain. Last time we did this, they died. We're not doing that again. We need them alive. We're not sending them out. We decided against going for an inspection of the tank. For all we know, it might be a trap or simply a burnt-out wreck. Not worth our time and effort. They're both very hungry. I don't know why Timmy's so hungry. I mean, should have done it. No, last time we did it, they died. Or you mean the phone? State of the West land remains unknown to us, and we should risk going out. After all, you only live once. Nope, we're gonna wait for now. We're a regular family, so we have the occasional argument or two. It was never as intense as the fight we just got into. No one wants to speak to each other. Let's just hope this won't last. Enough arguing. There are more important things to worry about. Timmy should eat something. Alright, so it is food and water day, so they are going to get that. We do have to prepare to scavenge. I'm a little worried about that. Missed both the tank and the ending, by the way. Huh? The phone I didn't want to do because the twins... I've already had them as an ending, and I want to try to do the military. The tank last time we went out there blew up and killed the person that went to investigate it. So I didn't want to risk that again. I'm not going to go on an expedition yet. It's difficult to keep our spirits up in this situation. We do hope the whole mess will be over soon, or else we might end up in a place much worse than this cozy shelter. I don't think dead would be worse than a cozy shelter. I mean, supposedly, if you think about it. Alright. It's hard not to worry considering our current situation. Some days we're still struggling to deal with the shelter life, but we can't lose hope. Sounds like a blast. Yeah, at least they've... Yep. Not gonna say anything. No, it's just fine. We need a gas mask, I swear. We could have sworn the huge puddle of water wasn't there earlier, and there goes another one. Oh, darn it. We're getting flooded. Let's grab some of our supplies before they start floating. Okay. I think I'm gonna save the radio. But at the same time, I don't want to lose the map. The cards I don't care about as much. We have checkers as well, so... I'm gonna save the radio, because I feel like without the radio, we can't move on. And I know that we need the map as well, because I started the military ending one time. But without the radio, we can't hear from the military, so there's no point. So I'm gonna just hope that we can fix the map somehow. I don't know how we get flooded in a bunker. Oh yeah, look at that, it's all wet. Well, that was lucky. The shelter filled with water. How was that lucky? Pretty rapidly, we were certain we were going to drown. With our heads barely above water, we weren't even able to open the hatch and escape. Before we could start considering the worst, the water level started to drop. We're fine, save for the mess we need to deal with. Just why? The Lord's just doing quite well, or just can't find anything to complain about. Well, at least they're doing well. Still don't want to send them out. It's not the best time or place to make plans for the future, but we can't help thinking about what we can make of this terrible situation. Is our house still standing, or will we have to move to some forsaken hole like Toronto? I don't know why they hate on Toronto so much. I find it funny, but I don't know why they do it. Maybe moving away won't be too bad. We can probably make new friends, meet new people, provided anyone is still alive, that is. Timmy doesn't need much, and Dolores wants... I don't know what she wants. What does she want? Water. No, it's not the time. Still don't want to send anyone out. Darn it! Today non-week broadcast interrupted our let's just call it breakfast. Anyway, they seemed very eager to evacuate us away from here, but then went out over several things that needed to happen before they do it. The first item on the list is up to us. We were given geographical coordinates and need to get to there to leave a sign we're still alive. This should be easy with a map. Well, we don't have a map, so we can't do that. Hopefully that situation comes back up and we actually have a map at the time, but for now... We were sure we could find the location without a map. We were wrong. Hopefully we'll get lucky next time. Timmy should eat something. Timmy's in terrible shape, blah blah blah, not another day. We're gonna wait. Seems awfully quiet. Nope. Some nasty mutated raccoon-like animal shows up around the shelter door almost every night. We try to sneak up on it, but it jumps away and hides as soon as we open the door. Thankfully, we took the scout book with us. There are instructions inside on how to make a basic trap using a box and some string. We don't have an empty box laying around, but we do have a suitcase, which should work just as well. Do we want to be raccoon trappers? I think we should be raccoon trappers. Anyone with me? I want to be a raccoon trapper. I want to trap the raccoon. Yes? Alright, we're gonna trap a raccoon. Well, no one's hurt, so that's a good sign. As soon as we heard the suitcase snap shut, we jumped outside to see what we caught. Well, the animal managed to escape, but it did leave a full can of soup behind. Animal raccoon tamer. They're very hungry and they're in terrible shape. We're gonna give them food and water. We need to go scavenging. I don't care. We have to. There's nothing we can do. Our situation is getting worse every day. We can see the hunger and desperation in each other's eyes. We know a teacher from the local school rescued a bunch of kids when the bomb fell. We also know what kind of supplies are in the school shelter. As part of the community, we help stock it for an emergency, so technically that's ours, right? Should we reclaim them in our hour of need? What do you guys think? I don't know if I want to take from kids here. Like, I feel like that's the meanest thing we could possibly do is take from kids. No? Alright, we're not going to take from the kids. The kids will survive. We're no bandits. Sure, we need supplies, but not at the cost of others. We won't bother these people. A man who takes canned tomato soup from another is not worthy to taste that soup. Let's just hope that everybody else out there is as decent as our family. Nothing new to report on them. Timmy still can't go outside, which I don't understand because he seems fine. But with that being said, we'll send Dolores. We won't send her with anything. And we'll hope she doesn't die, because I know that if she dies, it's game over, because we have to have an adult. So, we're gonna hope that she doesn't die. But we need water, so it's desperate times. Call for desperate measures. Timmy's on his best behavior. How long will it last? And Dolores is on her way to the surface. Let's hope she makes it back safe and sound. Alright, no water, no food for anyone, not yet. Some door-to-door salesman found his way to her shelter. Remember him from before the apocalypse. He came over with a bunch of leaflets and tried to convince us to join something called Astro Citizen, but we refused. Now he just wants supplies, and he says he will reveal some state secrets to us in return. Use the secrets as raccoon inside was a weapon for her. We didn't catch the raccoon, did you miss it? The raccoon escaped, but left us food. Should we give him some food? I mean, we have a lot of food. But should we give up a can? I don't know. Should we be a goody two-shoes in hopes that the karma will get back to us in a good way? Oof, I forgot. It's alright. I would have forgotten too. I read pretty fast too, but I don't want to like take up, a ton of minutes just reading the storyline. So, should I? Feel like we could be nice. We have, what is it? 5.5 cans. And they can survive longer with food. So we'll give them a can of food. We'll be nice. Hopefully Dolores will come back with some food. We're just gonna do it. We're gonna go for it. And we're gonna hope for the best. Maybe Dolores will come back with some food. Maybe he'll give me a map. Who knows? Nope, no map. Well, I tried. We are generous, so we shared our supplies with him. He tried to make us believe that America has a working space station in orbit, or rather, had, since according to that guy, exploded when the bombs dropped. How convenient. A working space station? What a joker. He was probably so hungry and dehydrated his brain started playing tricks on him. Well, Dolores is still gone. It's not time yet. There's never a good time to go out into the radioactive wasteland, but it seems this will become a necessity in this new world of ours. We thought it would be a good idea to make this happen sooner rather than later and plan a trip outside. Before we could make it a third step beyond the shelter doors, an unknown creature started growling at us in the darkness. We had only moments to decide what to do. Maybe it's our raccoon friend. I'm gonna shine a light. It could be a raccoon friend. I don't know if raccoons growl, but it could be our little raccoon friend, so we're just gonna shine a light. Was that a dog bark? We decided to check what's coming for us with our flashlight. Guess what? It was a dog. It's a dog, guys. We get a dog. This poor thing seemed tired, so he let us stay with us for the night. The next morning, we opened the door to let it out. It still hasn't returned. Hopefully, it will come back later. He's fatigued. He's in terrible shape. It's fine. When we heard a knock on the door this morning, we held our breath in fear. But we soon heard children's voices coming from outside. We decided to open up. It turned out their voices belonged to a pair of Girl Scouts. They used to sell cookies, but they have branched out and now they offer other items too. Smart girls. We're not going to give them our Boy Scouts book. We don't have cards, so not even going to bother, because we can repair our mask with the Boy Scouts book, but if we lose the Boy Scouts book, we're basically going to die. Although the girls are very brave to walk around the wasteland like that, sadly, they didn't have anything of interest to us, so we declined their offer. They wished us a nice day and left. Oh wait, no. It is time for him to eat and drink. Timmy didn't say a word about it, but when he was outside, he scratched his hand on a wire or some other rusty piece of metal. His wound is not looking pretty, and we need to do something about it. I'm going to use the axe, because if Dolores comes back sick, we'll need the full med kit. If we have the option for an axe, it must mean a good, we can use it and it'll actually help. So we're gonna use the axe and hope for the best. Dolores is back! She's not sick, so hey, that's a bonus. We lost our axe, though. Timmy's very brave, and the idea of cleaning up his wound with a heated axe blade was a bit painful, but it was soon over. The axe is in no shape to be used again, but Timmy is much better. Well, we lost our axe, but we were glad to see Dolores come back safely from the wasteland. Our expedition went directly to visit the primary school, not for education, of course. Oh no, we were desperate for supplies, and the school was our best chance of getting them. Everybody adored the lunch lady. She was almost 80, and everything she touched tasted great and smelled of tomato. Now we know her secret, tomato soup cans. The PE teacher was a World War II veteran. He kept some of his war trophies and memorabilia in his office at school. This included grenades, a bazooka, and a fully functional gas mask. Why didn't we take the bazooka? The geography classroom was very poorly equipped. The only useful item we could find, the map of our town, still better than nothing. We did feed Timmy. We need to do her. We gotta prepare for another scavenge. We're done for. We had thought calls were a thing of the past, which the atomic bomb obliterated everything in our little town. However, phone booth actually survived. It's ringing. We should send someone to answer it. From what I remember, in this scenario, after the twins, it could still be the twins, like a second chance, or it could be just a prank call. We're gonna send Dolores out. We're gonna let Timmy rest and hope that Timmy can scavenge tomorrow. We don't have water, so if we can't get water, we're basically gonna die. When we answer the phone, we can clearly hear Ghastly up, so it's the twins. If only you got given a free bazooka. Who knows if you are gonna need it, especially against mutant rats during this, right? Alright, we're gonna scavenge tomorrow. I have a feeling Dolores is just gonna die, and we're not gonna make it, because I think it takes like 5 or 6 days to scavenge. We've been busy since we got to the shelter, but there's still much to be done, like trimming that shrubbery in our yard. That's definitely something we want to do when we get out of here. We're just gonna hope that she'll make it and Timmy will get back in 2 days. Otherwise, she's dead. We don't have a choice. We can make it work even in Toronto. Question is, how do we find a boat to get there? We heard the best way is to get to Europe. Well, he wants water. We're not going to do that. We're going to send Timmy with the gas mask and hope for the best. We don't have a choice. Please bring water back, Timmy, please. And in like 2 days. Gas mask. Oh, I can't talk. So in the wasteland, we don't know what we'll do if he doesn't come back. Alright, we were able to receive, oh yep, this is the military thing. We'll do the map, and she's sick. Wonderful. Quick glance at the map gave us all the information we required. We left them a message in a bottle. She's barely any strength. She got ill. She needs water. Don't want to give her that. She's gonna die anyways of dehydration. We were about to take a cautious peek outside when a furry beast jumped on us. Good thing our hearts were not battered by a fat, heavy hamburger diet, because it was our dog friend and not a mutant lurking to chew our bones. Good boy. He seems to be hungry. Shall we give him something to eat? Of course. We're gonna die anyways. Might as well let him live on. Ah! No! I'm sorry. The dog was back to his former self in under an hour. We don't know what they put in that soup, but man, that stuff is good. We decided the dog needed a name, and right name for him was Pancake. Come here, Pancake. Who's a good boy. Pancake stayed around for a while, but was gone the next morning. We can bet he will be back. Timmy should have returned by now. We need to face the worst possible scenario. He might not be coming back. Dolores bravely faced hunger. However, eating is a habit that is hard to shake off. She couldn't take it anymore. I did feed her when she got back, though, so I don't know. We didn't make it. This is our final words, and our advice to anyone who reads this is scribbled writing. Scared writing. Timmy did not make it back. I left an army message, and we perished. Well, with that, we're gonna have to try this again. And remember that water is so vital. But everything seems so vital. Like, how can you survive without certain things? GG. I tried, okay? You know, there's nothing I can do at this point. I tried. Alright, hold on. Before I go into my next game, let's hope this doesn't break it. Alright, I'm gonna change things up a little bit. Yes, on stream. Change that up a little bit. had this. Alright. Let's see if that's a little less cropped, because I noticed it was cropped a bit. So let's see if that crops it a little less. And let's hope it doesn't break it. Wait for this to show me that it's doing alright. And it's not broken. That's a bit better. Hard, hard. I don't want to do hard! Ah! I just died on normal! How on earth am I gonna do hard? I will like survive like 5 days in hard. No, hard mode is not easy. It's hard for a reason. I mean, look at this. We have nothing in the shelter. We have hordes of unwanted visitors. We get nothing in the suitcase. Trouble is every day. Scavenge time, 60 seconds. That's not bad. Fragile equipment is like glass. Exploration time is 0 seconds. And health issues, call 911. I don't want to do Sarbama because I have a feeling that's going to be extremely hard. I don't believe in myself on this one. We're going to do one more normal. If I pass the normal, I'll try hard mode. If I don't pass the normal, we're not trying hard mode. Yeah, you've never played this before. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm not daring. Alright. Alright, there's Timmy, checkers. We don't need that necessarily. Food, water right there. Gun, water in that one. Axe, water map, flashlight, gas mask. We're gonna go in here first. Ammunition. Come on. Awesome. I'm going, I'm going, I'm going. Why is there a med kit in the kitchen? Come on. Go, go, go. I'm going, I'm going, I'm going. Grab Timmy. Ah! Please, please. Alright, we got to it's just us again. Last time we did this, we died. I don't know why I'm doing this again, but it's the redheads. We'll conquer the world. We got way more water this time. We do not have the suitcase, unfortunately. We have everything else. Timmy is safe, and that's what matters. We barely had time. We hope that Mary Jane and Ted are okay. Probably should have stocked it before anyways. We have the gun. Awesome. Alright, we're not giving them food or water. It's only day 1. It's tough surviving these conditions. Let's hope this will be over soon, or else we might end up dead in some wasteland ditch. That's not something we are looking forward to. Alright. And I'm leaving Mary Jane and the father behind. I have no choice. We're going redhead mode all the way right now. Being stuck in such a teeny shelter would make anyone a bit apathetic. We need to stay calm and await rescue. Surely they're coming for us, right? And they need a report. A little herd from Dolores. They're all in great condition, but we're not sending them out. We might be safe inside these walls, but there are problems to consider. None of us can sleep properly. We have to deal with this as soon as possible. Otherwise, we might end up falling asleep in the face of real danger like saucer men from Mars. We're not going to use the med kit on them to sleep. I'm sorry, but we're not. It's not worth it, unfortunately. Bravely ignoring our symptoms, we tried to get at least an hour or 2 of sleep, no luck. We're even more tired than we were, and there are other problems we will need to face soon. Let's just hope our yawning will be enough to scare raiders away and save us from radiation sickness. And we're gonna survive just fine without more water. We really miss the life we had, the space, the sky, the food, more food. We wish we could go back to a time before this darn bomb dropped. Well, we can't. can't reverse the time on the bomb. Alright, who knows, maybe the new world will offer new opportunities and it won't be that bad? Timmy's in terrible shape, we need to give him water now, and Dolores will not survive without water any longer. Unfortunately, they're not going to get water, we're not going to prepare for a scavenge. We were discussing plans for our first meal that didn't feature tomato soup when we heard yells outside. We discovered they came from a small group of ragged survivors. They were a sorry sight, and we weren't surprised when they requested aid. They asked us to provide anything we could, water, food, or medical supplies. We forgot the radio. Darn it, I just realized that. We have 5 cans of food. How much water? And 4 bottles of water? Alright, we'll give a can of food. Because water is more important, and I'm not giving up for medical supplies. Well, we didn't get anything from that, so... Our visitors had problems finding enough words to express their gratitude. Many tears were shed, smiles and hugs exchanged. They wished us all the best. It's a great feeling to be helping someone. They left after to seek shelter in the ruins of our town. We hope they make it out there. Alright, it is food and water day. Oh, excuse me. So we're gonna do that. As we were looking through our map, we came across a few markings that were not original. Someone has added a pointer to a location near us. What we'd find there, we don't know. Maybe it's worth sending someone out to check it out. As far as I remember, this was a prankster. We're not doing it. Not gonna do it. It's probably just a prank. Childish drawings on a map are not exactly a good reason to risk our heads in this whole mess of a situation. What would be buried there, if anything at all? Half a dozen bottle caps? Clearly not worth the risk. Like the good scout he is, Timmy is making the best out of the situation. He even seems cheerful. And everything seems okay with Dolores, which is good. We don't need to go out yet. Oh dear, we just remembered we plan on taking a trip in 2 months. Oh, excuse me. If it's still there, we are going, right? You're pretty sure they don't bomb warm places? Yeah, because that's logic, right? Maybe moving away won't be too bad. We can probably make new friends, meet new people, provided anyone is still alive, that is. Like the good scout, yep, still seems fine. We're not going out. Oh yeah, this is the people with the galloping horses. We're gonna let them look at our map. Because no reason to not. They didn't break it last time, so. They seemed friendly enough, so we let them have a look at our map. They thanked us and offered us some supplies in exchange. We graciously accepted and wished them luck on their quest. We got a checkerboard. State, so not food and water. We're still not going to go out. We're not big fans of our strange smelling shelter, but when we started to smell something burning, we quickly realized how much we prefer the nothing is on fire scent it had before. A fire? We need to put it out and save our supplies. We don't have time to save them all. What do we save? Boy Scout book. Not over the med kit any day. Sadly. I don't want to lose the med kit. Why would they put that in the same option? That's horrible. And now our place is filled with... It's Albert. If there's one thing we need, it's the Scout Handbook. Before any of the pages get touched by the flames, we jump forward and grab it and held it tight until the fire was gone. We need to examine the damage it has done, but truth be told, it could have been much worse. How on earth is it that only the Boy Scout book, the radio, and the med kit were going to be damaged? When the fire apparently encompasses everything, how is that the only thing that's getting damaged? I mean, I'm not complaining, we're not losing everything, but seriously, the logic behind that. Cat keeps sitting on our backside, so we don't have the radio, so it doesn't matter. If there's one thing we need to do, it's use the radio. Well, we can't use the radio. We don't have the radio. Stay tense. They're gonna eat and drink today. We're still not gonna scavenge. We always thought life could be much better. That was before we got nukes. Now we think life could be much better. In a way, not that much has changed. Memories or not, we need to keep our heads clear and get a grip of reality ahead of us. Good news is good news. Life is hard for us all right now, but Dolores is in a good mood today. We hope to stay this way. We're still not gonna go out. You would expect a nuclear explosion would be enough to quench any petty arguments when the future is not looking too pretty. and all you see is naked walls. Not much is necessary for an explosion. It happened. We started fighting like crazy. So they're as explosive as the bomb was in temperament. We could barely sleep after all that arguing. Let's hope this won't happen again. Despite the dire circumstances and all the trouble we are going through, Timmy is being very brave. If there was anything to report about Dolores, this is where it would have been written. Not gonna ration out supplies. It's only day 12. Still not gonna go out. Ugh, we don't have the radios. Doesn't matter. Maybe we need to go out and scavenge just to get a radio, you know? They say ignorance is bliss. Another day without any clue what's going on might not necessarily kill us. Or it could kill you. You know. We're still not sending them out. We decided to peek outside for just a minute to see the store around. The coroner was still standing. When we were about to step out, we heard a growl in the darkness and a pair of ferocious eyes appeared a few feet away. We only had moments to decide what to do. It's gotta be Pancake. It's gotta be. So we're using our flashlight. The phone's ringing? The phone is ringing. We decided to check what's coming for us with our flashlight. Guess what? It was a dog. The poor thing seemed tired, so we let it stay with us the night. The next morning, we opened the door and let it out. Still hasn't returned. Hopefully it will come back later. He's in terrible shape. Dolores won't survive any longer without water, but they're fine for another day. With the phone call, send out Dolores. Alright. When we answered the phone, we could clearly hear a gasp of relief from the caller. They introduced themselves as survivors from a nearby town of Hill Valley. We had started exchanging information when the call was cut short. Something must have gone wrong on their side. We hope they will get back to us. Alright. We're going to do the twin ending, or any ending we can possibly get. Since we don't have a radio, it seems like that's going to be the best option for us. We're going to prepare to scavenge, because we need to. Timmy's been talking about going out to the surface to explore, run, dance, and play with whatever burnt remains can be found. We'd gladly jump at a chance to get him some fresh air, though we are worried the exposure to radioactivity out there will effectively ruin his fun by turning him into a terrifying mutant. Should we let Timmy out? Will he go insane if we don't let him out? Will he run away or something? Like, I'm planning to send him out on an expedition tomorrow, so he'll be going out regardless, just not today. Should we risk it and just not send him out? Or should we send him out and not risk it? What do you guys think? No comments. Alright, we'll just... If he gets sick, though... Silence, right? Probably no. Alright, we just won't do it. If he goes insane, I'll be very, worried, because we need to send him out. But we'll do it. Please don't go insane or run away, Timmy. I promise we're gonna, send you out. Oh, thank goodness he didn't go insane. We had to say no. What else could we do? It's dangerous, and Timmy's sad puppy eyes aren't enough to convince us. And no, chewing your own foot is not a convincing argument either. Despite the dire circumstances and all the trouble we're going through, Timmy's being very brave and everything's okay with Dolores. It's not time for food. We're gonna send Timmy out with the gas... I cannot say this right. Gas mask. Can't say that right. Ever. And we're gonna hope he comes back just fine. Gasp. I keep saying gask. Here we went to the wasteland. We don't know what we'll do if he doesn't come back. It's not food and water day. We don't have a radio, so it doesn't matter. Gask, mask, I don't know. It's a tongue twister in my brain, okay? So there's something we need to do, blah, blah, blah. Water for Dolores, nope. We're not gonna do the trader because... I know Pancake comes back asking for food. I don't think they can be in the same... I don't think a cat and a dog. That and we can't spare 2 cans of food. So we're just gonna wait for Pancake. Because I really want Pancake. Our grandparents always told us to never buy anything sight unseen, and we're not going to start now. Gone are the times of yard sales. We can manage without whatever junk is in that mysterious bag. She can wait one more day. We're about to take a cautious peek outside when our furry beast jumped on us. Good thing our hearts were not battered by fat, heavy hamburger diet, because it was our dog friend and not mutant looking to chew our bones. Good boy. He seems to be hungry. Shall we give him something to eat? Yep. We're going to feed him. I love Pancake way too much if not. Hopefully we still have a can of food. We do. Barely. The dog was back to his former self in under an hour. We don't know what they put in that soup, but man, that stuff is good. We decided the dog needed a name, and the right name for him was Pancake. Come here, Pancake, who is a good boy. Pancake stayed around for a while, but was gone the next morning. We can bet he will be back. Dolores needs water. Nope. It is time for that. Oh dear, we just remembered we plan on taking a trip 2 months. What if it's we're not going to do that, which we can't go on that. I want Pancake as a pet now. Pancake is my pet. Get out of here. Our relocation is probably something we'll be able to discuss after we get out of here. Today's fine, Dolores. Dolores, thus far. Ooh, yes, it's mine. For an isolated fallout shelter, we should have a lot of disturbances. Something has been making a lot of noise since dawn, and we couldn't sleep. It seems to be coming from under the floor, and coincidentally, we just found a manhole that we could use to go down and check what's going on. I don't know, guys. Should we just not check it? Should we leave it be and pretend it never happened and just run away? I don't think I want to open the floorboards. Which, I mean, how do we even check under the floor? Like, it's concrete. I mean, the manhole, but I mean, like, before that, how do we even hear that? Leave it? Alright, we're not gonna do anything. I don't want to risk it. I'm just too scared to. We don't have a med kit. Timmy, please tell me you brought a med kit, and you did not. Why? What use are you? Going into a tight, dark tunnel is not a good idea, especially with those weird noises coming from it. They're giving us the creeps even up here. You're so afraid for Timmy, but he came back from the wasteland and is safe with us now. Theater means actors, and where you find actors, you can easily run into mimes, and so we approached the theater on our tiptoes. But in the end, we decided our need for supplies was greater than our fear of mimes, so we bravely went in to explore. This must have been one boring play if the only props being used were bottles. The scene was practically filled with them. Thankfully, some had water in them, so we got 3 water bottles. Our mask broke. Timmy's hungry, tired, fatigued. We're gonna give him... We fed him before he left. I know you can possibly survive 10 days, so we're not gonna feed him. We're gonna give him water, because we have a lot of water, but we don't have a lot of food. I'm gonna hold off on feeding him. We'll prepare to scavenge after the next feed round. It's very difficult to prepare for unforeseen circumstances, or unforeseen consequences when you don't see them coming. Well, they are unforeseen by definition, so that does make a lot of sense. Can't say we're prepared for what happened. I might prepare tomorrow for an expedition. Maybe they've got radioactive ears? Maybe. Alright. What we make of today will be our tomorrow, so let's make it right. Timmy's very hungry and Dolores can't remain thirsty for long. I'm gonna keep risking not feeding Timmy and hope he doesn't die by day 25. It's tough surviving in these conditions. Let's hope this will be over soon, or else we might end up dead in some wasteland ditch. That's not something we were looking forward to. We're gonna hope that Timmy doesn't leave or anything. Like, we will be feeding him, and he got sick. Maybe we should have fed him. I don't know. We're trying our best to calm the situation we're in is far from normal. We might never get used to it. We hope the help comes soon. Timmy's diet needs food. It's today or never. Timmy's isn't feeling very well. I won't survive without water. Well, she'll get it tomorrow. The note was found on our door today. It was a real surprise to us all. It's not signed, but it says whoever wrote it has been observing us for a while and believes we're the right kind of people. They instruct us to send a single unarmed representative to meet him today at midnight to find out more. She sent someone. We're gonna send Timmy. Maybe they'll give him some medicine and see he's sick and have sympathy on us. Please come back to me. No, Hunger drove to me insane when he realized he won't be able to provide for him. He snuck out and never returned. The meeting was organized by— hey, he still went to the meeting though! The meeting was organized by twin siblings, a brother and sister, who took it upon themselves to scout the remains of the city looking for trustworthy and decent people. They seemed honest in their intentions and were more than happy to meet them again. They said they know where to find us and they're going to contact us if they need some help. We were so afraid for Timmy, but he came back from the wasteland and is safe with us now. No, he's not! He ran away! Should have fed him before he left. Gosh darn it. I was so hoping. We can't send her. If we send her, we die. When we heard barking, we were all at the door in a moment's notice. This time, we were right. It was Pancake. He had come back, but it wasn't willing to enter. Instead, he was very anxious and let us somewhere. Should we grab any gear before we head out? I'm gonna say the map. The gun, I don't trust. I'm just gonna say the map. We're gonna take the map. Do we get food and water? Well-prepared hiker always takes the map. That's what we always say. Thanks to our trusty atlas, we were able to take a look at the devastation of our town and get back home, or rather, our shelter, just in time for dinner. Pancake tagged along for a while, but left before we got to the bunker. Before we got back, we were able to take a detour and get some cans locked in a car. Good thing we did some reading about car mechanics in the scout handbook. We got 3 soups. Oh my word, we could survive! We can't go outside because if anyone leaves the bunker, we're dead. When we opened the bunker door this morning and they let some fresh radioactive air, we discovered a small suitcase on our doorstep. There's a note on it, and the neighborhood seemed empty. Should we take a look inside? I don't know, guys. Should we risk it? We've gotten kind of lucky so far. I know I want a med kit. I don't know if this suitcase will have the med kit, but I know I want a med kit. Should we do it? I wish we could turn the axe into a med kit. Like, because you can use the axe sometimes as medicine, so I wish you could take the axe and turn it into a med kit. I've never risked it. I only risked it once and I got sick. I feel like risking it again, and they're just gonna get sick again. Although last time there wasn't a note. There was a knock and it got left. It was completely different. We're gonna risk it. I hope she doesn't get sick. Please don't get sick, Dolores. Please don't get sick. Don't drink the water if it's bad, please. Ah! I should never risk it. Darn it, the gift was a booby trap. There was nothing inside besides some junk, and so as soon as we opened, the suitcase exploded. Is anybody hurt? Yeah, Dolores. Well, poor Dolores is in bad shape. Is there anything we can do for her? No, no, there's not. I shouldn't have risked it. I don't know why I did. Ah! Could have died. Poor Dolores. We are not optimistic. If there's one thing you need, it's water for Dolores. Well, she can wait. She's gonna die anyways, right? It's hard being down here or living here. We need to make the best of it, or else we might find ourselves in even more trouble. It's hard not to worry considering our current situation. Some days we're still struggling to deal with the shelter life, but we can't lose hope. She can survive one more day, and if she dies, I mean, when Dolores came back from the expedition the other day, she had a teeny scratch on her leg. She's getting even sicker? Alright, well, if she's getting even sicker, might as well try. Maybe it'll heal her completely. Nope. If there's one thing we would never consider, it would be cutting off any part of Dolores with an axe. Not only would she object to this, she would probably take matters and the axe into her own hands. It is our best interest to avoid such a situation. We did use the heated axe blade to clean her wounds, and the infection seems to be fading away. The operation wasn't pretty though, and we damaged our axe. Well, we lost our axe. Don't survive. Well, she gets food and water. We don't have a med kit, so she probably will die. We gotta fix our gas mask. I don't know why we're gonna do this. It's pointless. She seems a little less crazy. Looks brand new. Dolores has been hurt. Well, duh. I know that she's hurt. And we don't have a radio, so we can't do that. Yeah, you did. You missed quite a bit. If there's one thing we need to do, it's to use the radio on a regular basis. Dolores isn't in full control of her mind. We're not sure monsters are inhabiting it, but we wish they would just go away. Hills still can't send her out. Oh no, Pancake came back. No, but he's badly wounded. Some jerk was trying to catch him, or worse. We need to act fast to save him. We don't have a first aid kit. No, Pancake's gonna die. Guys. No. First Dolores and now Pancake. This is not fair. My heart. We didn't think anything would be worse than a nuclear bomb dropping on our heads. We were wrong. We buried Pancake next to the shelter, in a nice place right under what used to be our white fence. We had a thought about eating him, but there are some lines you do not cross, even in the most dire circumstances. You do not eat your friends, even if they're pancakes. No, we lost Pancake. Some door-to-door salesman found us like, get out of here! Charles Shelter remembered him from before the apocalypse. He came over with a bunch of leaflets and tried to convince us, Astro Citizen, we're not going to take state citizenship. You can just leave. Get out of here. We just lost our dog. Don't care. As a rule, we don't trust door-to-door salesmen, especially ones who attempt treason. We told him to go back to whatever planet he dropped to Earth from. He got angry and started off mumbling something about how our souls are going to be devoured by alien Laura de Yontar. Poor guy, he seemed very confused. She burst into tears, apologized for behavior. I really don't know what to make of this. She stole a can of soup. Dolores will not survive without water. No, and we don't have the axe for the siblings. Why? Their group is attempting to gather resources and chop wood, so we're basically gonna die this round. Basically means we can't survive it. There's no way. Because we can't even get rescued. We apologize for not being able to help at this time. Maybe we can find an axe soon and join the fun, but right now, we have no way of helping these folks. I don't even know why I'm still feeding him. I should just let her die. I mean, I'm surprised her wounds haven't killed her yet. She's been sick for quite a while. Still better to stay safe down here than dead up there. Well, with no help, Dolores might go over the brink of sanity, do something. Well, we can't do anything. We can't send her for an expedition. We can't listen to the radio. She can play checkers with herself. That's about it. And she's insane. Well, there's nothing here. Maybe if we try really hard, we can hear the neighbors in their shelter. With no help, Dolores might go over the brink of sanity. Something Dolores is really tired. We can't send her out. Trash can of ours is getting the good news. Well, sure, why not fix the trash can while we're at it? We dodged a bullet this time. That is, if a bullet was huge, hairy, had 8 legs, and a glowing head. Hopefully we won't have to deal with them again. It's not time to feed her water. Sending her out would be death. We can't listen for rescue because we don't have a radio. And Dolores is just getting sicker. There's one thing we need to do. It's a radio emergency. Dolores will not survive without water any longer. Got ill. Go over the brink of sanity. Give her water tomorrow. She may be dead tomorrow. Supplies are scarce, our morale is low. You can almost smell the desperation in the shelter. We're pretty sure there's a small group of survivors nearby, mostly old folks from retirement home. It shouldn't be hard to borrow some of their supplies. So anyway, we need them more, right? No, because I don't think we'll get a med kit, and even if we do, I don't see the point in killing people over a med kit. Just not gonna do it. We'll just do another round after that. Oh, this is so horrible. Robbing innocent people? Absolutely not. We are not savages. We cannot stoop that low. And it's important to keep our values even in these troubled times, especially in these troubled times. Let's set a shining example and leave these poor people alone. Dolores will not survive without water any longer, blah, blah, blah. She does get food and water today. We woke up to dripping sound today, noticed it's leaking. We're not going to lose a Boy Scout book because it's the only thing keeping us sane right now. If you want. Hot problem solved. No leak, no mess. Oh, we were fixing a leak. I'm sorry, I thought it was flooding. Okay. Situation is getting worse every day. We can see the hunger and desperation in each other's eyes. We know a teacher from a local school. We're not robbing. We're not going to reclaim some of our supposed materials. We gave them to the shelter, school shelter, for a reason. We're not going to steal them. We're no bandits. Yep. So we need the supplies, stay for A2. Man, Dolores can go on for a very long time sick. Like, I'm not gonna read that one because I read that one before. But she's still carrying on. She's sick and insane, but she's still going, man. 12 memories are one thing, but we need to be ready for harsh reality that awaits us. Dolores will not last without water. Dolores is not sane. She is sick. Well, we can't even trade anything. So I don't know why. Why they even bother? Just give us a med kit. Although the girls are very brave to walk around the wasteland, sadly, they didn't have anything of interest to us. We declined their offer. It's just a nice day and left. Should get food and water tomorrow. Oh, it's the siblings. Siblings. Once again. No, we don't have an Alex because we can't scavenge. I'm sorry. We're never gonna get rescued, guys. We're stuck down here forever. We apologize for not being able to help this time. Maybe we find an axe and see in the fun, but right now, we have no way of helping these folks. She won't survive without water. She gets food and water today. Can't send her out. We can't listen to the radio because we don't have one. At this point, it's just how long can we survive while sick? Like, that's basically what it is right now. If there's one thing we need to do, it's to use the radio on a regular basis to catch emergency broadcasts. With no help, Dolores might go over to the brink of sanity to do something. Dolores has no colors left on her face. Her injuries need to be fixed ASAP. And they've been saying that for a while now, you know, and she's still doing fine. It's hard being down here or living here. We need to make the best of it, or else we might find ourselves in even more trouble. Being stuck in such a teeny shelter would make anyone a bit apathetic. We need to stay calm and wait rescue. Surely they're coming for us, right? Sure. What would we give to be able to enjoy the sunshine again? We can't stay. There's a lot of light underground. We don't expect it to get any brighter down here. Tough woman. Right? Like, she's still going. I mean, I don't want this game to end, but at the same time, she's still going. She's insane, she's sick, and she's still going. Like, man. We're locked up and it's easy to grow tired of the situation. Doris has been looking rather down for a while. Well, we'll try to read, but we know she won't read. Every single time we do that, she's too tired to read. The end, and she died. Oh, how horrible. What if she wins the game for you? She can't, not without, like, someone rescuing her. Giving Dolores a book seemed like a good... Actually, there's another way to win, and I saw this in, like, one of the update things that I might try to do. I might try to do this way. Giving Dolores a book seemed like a good idea, but she was too tired and too sad to read anything. We hope she gets better soon. Dolores suffered with her injuries for far too long. That's true. When the infection spread, there was nothing we could do. Of all places we could have perished, this is probably the best one, or maybe not. I mean, when did she get sick? Dolores is insane. So she got sick on, like, the 27th. Because... yeah, she got sick on, like, the 27th because she went insane at the same time that she got sick. Like, look at that. Unless it was sabotage, maybe? I'm not sure. But, yeah, no, she lasted for way too long. I mean, like, amazing that she's that strong, but still, seriously, that was crazy. Perished. Number of days, 49. Water consumed, 3.25. Soup consumed. Oh, yeah, because we gave people soup. 22 days under insanity and sickness. Yeah, I know, right? Alright. We're gonna try the other ending that I know about on normal mode. I know I said I would do hard if I passed. I didn't pass, so we're not gonna do hard. But I am going to do normal mode. We're going to see if I can get the other ending that I mentioned was in existence. We're going to try it. I know, like, kind of how to get it. I know I passed the only 49 days, though. It's not enough. I had to survive, like, and I had to win, and I didn't. So we're going to try. Which means we basically need things to, like, keep us from going insane, water to survive, and that's about it. We don't need much for this one. I mean, like our kids, food, water, stuff like that. But we're not gonna need like.
Nope.
Did I not get that? Oh. Gas mask, just in case. Water. Let's get the radio. We don't need it necessarily, but let's get it. I don't think I've gotten any food. No, 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 no! Ah! Leave me alone. Okay, so I need a lot of food. We do not have a lot of food at all. Should I carry this out and try, or should I restart? Ah! We'll carry this out. We're gonna try to get the ending that I was talking about, so we'll just carry this out. We're not gonna eat the mushrooms. We may do. We don't want to send Timmy out because we'll die alone. We'll wait. We'll send him out though. We may be hungry, but there are just some things that we'll never eat. While fungus is one of them. We don't need food or water. I don't want to get sick. We woke up with dripping sound today and noticed the ceiling was leaking from our pipes. The green liquid looked innocent enough even after it ate through the table and chair. We're gonna use the Boy Scout book. Ha! Problem solved. No leak, no mess. Back to our tiny little shelter. They need food and water, but they don't get it today. They'll get it tomorrow. I wish we could go back to the time when before the dark. I wish I could go back to the time before the bomb dropped. Get a little more food. Fond memories are one thing, but we need to be ready for the harsh reality that awaits us. They get food and water today. Don't necessarily want to send them out yet. The most curious visitors are, yeah, the horse people. Well, we don't have them, so I'm sorry. We couldn't contain our laughter and our guests took offense. They ran off shouting that our ancestors were rodents and smelled like forest fruits. How rude. Timmy might not look like it, but he's a strong young boy. He's doing just fine. Still would get us sick to go out. There's been some radio chatter about air jobs in the military. It's about time. All those taxes to pay for a crate or two for us, right? Shall we head out to get them? One hand, it could give us food. On the other hand, it could break our mask. If it breaks our mask, we can't go out and scavenge. We do have enough supplies to last us. You know what? We'll risk it. I mean, it's almost like scavenging. It's just to where crates are being dropped, right? Like, that can't be that bad. Hey, it ended up being alright. Yes, 2 food. They are dropped. crate we found wasn't exactly huge, but it contained a few supplies that definitely helped us. We were especially happy to find some water bottles and food cans. For a minute, we thought it was canned meat, but then we found it was tomato soup. Our theory is that this whole country used to run on tomatoes and no one suspected a thing. Despite the dire circumstances and all the trouble we're going through, Timmy's being brave. Dolores is quite called. Potato Shore town is still strong. We're not gonna do it. What we'd give to be able to enjoy the sunshine again. We can't say there's a lot of light underground. We don't expect it to get any brighter down here. We can take care of ourselves. Some water for Timmy would be nice, and Dolores would not last long without water. Well, they've got another 2 days. So. It's still highly reactive. Trips to the surface are a big risk for their health. It's difficult to keep our spirits up in this situation. We do hope this whole mess will be over soon, or else we might end up in a place much worse than this cozy shelter. We're trying our best to remain calm. The situation we're in is far from normal. We might never get used to it. We hope that help comes soon. Timmy's in terrible shape. We need to give him water now. Dolores will not survive without water any longer. Hope they have one more day, so I'm sure they'll be fine. Trips will be very bad. We know very little about what's going on the outside. It'd be a good idea to find out more. Maybe discover if anyone else made it safely. Radio. Yes! Maybe we can tap into it and it'll say the fallout's gone. We can go outside. We can scavenge. We'll send Timmy. It'll all be great, right? Right? We were able to get a weak signal and then tap into government's emergency announcement services. And guess what? Great news! The fallout side has mostly gone. It should be much safer to travel on surface now. Yay! You can send Timmy! Wait, nope, it's food and water now. We will prepare to scavenge, and we will send him out tomorrow. Dreadful Signs becoming boring, and like every happy model family, we don't have that many things to talk about. Is there anything we can do at all? Anything to do about that? Anything at all? Yeah, we'll listen to the radio if it breaks, and I hope not, but if it does, we don't necessarily need it for the ending, so. It didn't break. I'm very glad. Ah, how fortunate we took the radio with us. We can probably listen to some music. They still play music out there, don't they? Timmy seems cheerful. We're gonna send him out. He's gonna take the gas mask. Have fun. We'll see you soon. Please don't die. We need you. Timmy went out to Wasteland. We don't know what we'll do if he doesn't come back. Well, I don't know either. Not survive. You maniacs! You blew it up! Oh, darn you! Darn you all to hell! That's something we should have told our neighbors when they blew up their barbecue last spring. Those were good times, even if they wasted a perfectly good barbecue. At least it went out with a bang. Darn you, animal. Darn you! Living the past is not wise in our current situation. We need to think of today and tomorrow. Don't need any supplies. I don't want the military. With the ending that I want, I don't want the military. No. Yes. Darn you, warriors. No, you. So one thing we need to do is to use the radio on a regular basis. We're not going to necessarily use the radio anymore. Like, if someone comes and asks to trade for it, we'll probably trade for it. We don't need it for the ending that I want to get. It's never a good time to go out in radioactive wasteland, but it seems this will become a necessity in the new world of ours. We thought it'd be a good— oh no! It's Pancake, but the problem is we can't have Pancake and this ending, so I'm gonna have to skip Pancake. But maybe it's a good thing, like if we let him run away, he won't get injured, none of that, you know? We'll have to let him go. I know, I hate it too, but we have to let him go. We'll get Pancake one of these days, I swear to it. Hey, he's back! And on food day, how ironic. We felt it was too risky to face whatever horror awaited us in the shadows. We did what any sane person would do. We shut the door. The creature was gone the next morning. We were so afraid for Timmy, but he came back from the wasteland and he saved us now. He didn't break our gas mask! On the end of the town, there used to be a big parking lot. Now there's more looks like a junkyard. Most vehicles are completely wrecked or burned down. We figured it was still worth checking out. Seems like the bomb interrupted someone's picnic. Thankfully, they were big fans of tomato soup, and indestructible cans were scattered all around the parking lots. We got 2 cans of soup. Timmy needs to eat. He's really tired. Dolores will not survive. Well, thankfully, it is food and water day. We will need to scavenge again and get even more food, but for now, it's okay. We're gonna wait a little bit. Everything is shaking. Cans are jumping all over the place. If this had happened after we drank that delicious wine for supper a few weeks back, it would seem perfectly normal. It's either another nuke or a quake. Either way, we need to grab something before everything gets smashed to pieces. But like I said, I don't care too much about the radio anymore. We don't necessarily need it. I don't know if we're going to need the flashlight or not, so we're going to let that break. I know we have a chance to fix it. The gas mask is most important to me because I need to scavenge still for food. So the gas mask is what we're saving. Oof, broken stuff. Just such a sad sight. We got the gas mask in time, just before it was about to get smashed by jumping pieces of furniture. That was one heck of a quake. Let's try to stay positive. This was hardly anything compared to that nuke that dropped recently. You know the one, right? Nah, I don't know which nuke you're talking about. I don't know. Nah, what nuke? What? There was a nuke? They stood upon the remains of abandoned shantytown. Someone or something tore it down. Incidentally, amidst the rubble, we found a cat licking its paws, nonchalantly surrounded by blood and dismembered limbs. As we made our way back to the shelter, the cat followed. We can now hear its paws impatiently scratching our hatch. Should we let it inside? So the cat is part of this. We're going to let the cat inside. And if we let it in now, then we won't have to trade that guy for food for the cat. We'll just get the cat. So we're going to take the cat. Aww, Chirkov! Alright, when we opened the hatch, the cat jumped in and marched around the whole shelter, sniffing all of us. Every wall, corner, empty soup can, and piece of furniture. Finally, it picked a quiet place, sat down, and let out a deep sigh before taking a 12-hour nap. Man, I want that cat's life. Its collar has Chirkov etched into it. What kind of name is that? Timmy's very hungry and everything, like Dolores, I think she wanted water or something, but we're not going to send her out. We're not going to do anything like that. There are only so many things you can do in a teeny bunker, so we thought, hey, why not just play some games? They're not just for kids, you know. Yeah, games aren't just for kids. Like, what happens in the day and age where we play games, like board games and stuff, you know? It's all everything but board games now. We played Truth or Dare. When it turned out, we only kept asking questions, and the most common was, are we going to eat anything besides tomato soup? We decided that that's enough for games for now. Okay, honestly, why does anyone play Truth or Dare? I kind of feel like no one does dares, or like people do, but it's very rare. So like people don't think of dares to do for people unless they've known them for a while, and there's like one specific thing you have in mind that you want that person to do. But for the most part, it's always truth. I don't know, maybe that's just me and I'm just a huge chicken, but that's the point of the game Truth and Dare. Timmy's hungry, he's been talking nothing about water, he should drink something, not yet. He's gotta wait 2 days like everyone else. It's awfully quiet outside, it might be safe. Timmy's too fragile and don't want to send Dolores because she's the adult. Trash cans becoming full of empty soup cans and the unmentionable bucket is overflowing. Both of them are attracting strangely glowing, suspicious big insects. Insect wildlife roaches weren't that big before, were they? We're gonna do Boy Scout book. I feel like we can just smush them all. Phone is ringing, but we're not gonna pick it up. That was close. The nest of those glowing bugs might have been more than enough to drive us out into the wasteland. Roaches are the worst, but radioactive roaches? Yikes. Timmy needs to eat. Dolores needs water. Not till tomorrow. We're not answering the phone because we don't want that ending, and so we're not going to answer the phone. Timmy should eat something. Timmy's in terrible shape. We need to give him water now. Okay. They're getting food and water today. We need to prepare for requests, but we can't because Timmy's not available. Well, our radio's broken anyways. But we need Timmy to go out at some point. Meow. Kitty. The kitty's cute. If there's one thing we need to do, it's to use radio on a regular basis to catch any emergency broadcasts that might be transmitted in our area. It's either that or it's strolling around outside waiting to get picked up. The first option sounds a bit more sane. Well, we fed them, so they don't eat anything. They're still doing well. Timmy's condition is still fragile. While trying to pet the little devil, we found a piece of paper on its collar with an address scribbled on it. Could its previous owner still be around and word sick? Chances are slim, but maybe we should pay them a visit, or at least whatever's left of them. Okay. I don't think I want to do this. I mean, we could. But I kind of feel like I want to just hoard Chirkov all for myself. So we're not going to do it, because last time I know he came back, But then it had a guy coming asking for like food or water or something like a ton of times, and I'm like, I don't want to give you anything, so we're not going to do that. The cat made a choice to stay here and we'll respect it. Truth be told, if the previous owner cared about the cat at all, they wouldn't have let it run away. Maybe they weren't very good people. Maybe they weren't yet very alive after the nuke dropped. Either way, very careless. No news is good news. Nothing to report. It's day 22. We need them to be okay. We need to be able to send Timmy out, but he's not okay. Confined spaces are not a very friendly environment, and we quickly got into an argument over some trivial things. And if this keeps on, we might find ourselves in a nasty place. More nasty than your shelter? With a cat that stares at you? We're done fighting, but for how long? Timmy's been talking about nothing other than water. He should drink some. Dolores wants water. Well, you don't get any. Not yet. Trader alert! Timmy's salvaged comic books are mostly harmless science fiction pulp. However, some of them don't feature the brave Astro Citizen program astronauts, but cosmonauts? That boy is eating up Soviet propaganda. What disgrace. Should we banish Timmy to the wasteland for his traitorous ways and dispose of his blasphemous comics? What? Wait. So Timmy could salvage comic books, but he can't salvage like food or water or something when we take him into the shelter? Like, how does that make sense? No, we're not banishing him, but oh my word, that's not fair. We won't banish him. He is our son. We're not going to do it. Maybe it'll put him in a good mood. Maybe he'll go exploring again. We graciously allowed Timmy to stay in the shelter despite his actions. We believe in the power of rehabilitation and second chances. Also, we're running out of toilet paper and those propaganda books will do nicely. Timmy should eat something. We need to give him water. Timmy has rested. Timmy is in good health and full of oxygen. Okay, so we're going to prepare to scavenge tomorrow, but we're going to feed them too. Wouldn't it be fantastic if we could just get out and leave, walk the surface like we used to, smell the fumes, the pollution? Ah, that's the scent of freedom we miss. Don't worry, we won't banish Timmy. In his traitorous ways. Oh, he better still be able to go out. He's pretty fatigued. Darn it, we can take care of ourselves. Timmy should eat something. He's in terrible shape and needing water now, and he's pretty fatigued. Oh, he can still go out. Okay. Send him out with the gas mask. Goodbye, Timmy. Have a great trip. You've been fed and watered. Enjoy yourselves. And bring back food. Please. And water. It'd be great. So we went on to the wasteland. We don't know what we'll do if he doesn't come back. I mean, we're going to die again if he doesn't come back. Because we don't have enough supplies. The holes in our bunker walls aren't just big enough for rats. They can easily fit a cat. We noticed that Shirkov has been sneaking outside every morning. Another night, coming back in the morning. Maybe we found something edible nearby. He likes to go out for a midnight snack. If that's the case, we want in on this plan. Should we follow the time it goes outside? Goes back to his comic books. I swear, we'll use them for toilet paper. I swear to it. Should we follow Shirkov or should we just not? I kind of feel like no. I kind of feel like because Dolores is the only one in here, if something bad happens and we have to use our med kit or something and Timmy comes back sick or injured, we won't have a med kit. So I'm torn here. Should we follow Shirkov or should we say no, keep letting him do his own business, do his own thing? I mean, who knows what he's doing? He could be killing more people. Do we really want to witness that? What do you guys think? Should we follow the cat the next time it goes outside? Maybe it'll lead us to supplies. Or should we sit back on our hands and say, nah, that cat's crazy, man. Let it do its own business. Might lead to some random people. Alright, we'll take the chance. If it ends up being someone asking for food or water or something, we'll just keep saying no. Oh no, did it scare Shirkov off? Shirkov took us to an old junkyard that's inhabited by a lone resident, a self-proclaimed scientist living in an old bus converted into a lab to conduct experiments. The dog seemed happy to have his pet back, although the cat showed no enthusiasm at the prospect. We exchanged some small talk, but truth be told, we were kind of in a hurry to get out of there. The scientist didn't seem completely sane. He mentioned something about escaping the wasteland in a spaceship. Dolores is fine as well, as much as anyone would be. Teeny shelter. We are not... You're gonna say no. We're not gonna follow the scientist anyways, at this point. So, your nose will still be nose. Never mind. Well, we know what that does now, at least. Did we lose Shirokov permanently, though? It's one thing we need to do. It's use radio on a regular basis. Dolores is thirsty, not today. We were discussing plans for our first meal that didn't feature tomato soup when we heard yells outside. We discovered they were a smaller group of regular survivors. They were a sorry sight. We weren't surprised when they could aid. They asked for us to provide medical supplies, water, etc. We're not going to do it. I need all the soup we can get and the water we can get. Is Shirokov back? Shirokov, you're back! We could tell our guests were not thrilled with our refusal. Their tired eyes alone were enough to understand how much they needed those supplies. They did not beg, but simply turned around and left in an unknown direction. Maybe they will have more luck elsewhere. Maybe. When we woke up today, we discovered that Shirokov somehow found its way back into our shelter. Does that mean it'll stay for good? We're not sure what exactly transpired between the little guy and its owner. We asked, but it wouldn't tell. They asked a cat. Okay. We really miss the life we had, the space, the sky, the food, more food. We wish we could go back to a time before this bomb dropped. Well, we can't. Timmy, come back. We need Timmy. Fond memories are one thing, but we need to be ready for the harsh reality that awaits us. Dolores will not survive without water any longer and is pretty fatigued. Well, she gets food and water today. Hopefully Timmy will come back, the trash can of ours. We'll keep using the Boy Scout book because that's our best approach against cockroaches. Squeak, squeak, meow. That was close. The nest of those golden bugs might be more than enough to drive us to the wasteland. Roaches are the worst, but radioactive roaches? Yikes. Dolores has been fine. Timmy's still not back. Curiosity almost killed the cat. Shirokov found a teeny wire sticking out from the ceiling and pulled it. Plaster and debris fell on our table, topped off with big meowing furball. What is this thing? Anyways, nobody remembers it being there before. Cat might get angry if we take it away. Okay, so I remember what happened. We took it away last time, and it led us to some people watching us in the van, or more specifically, the cat. We're not going to do that. We don't want that ending. If it is an ending, I don't know if it is. I don't know what they really bring for us, but we're not going to do it. Hey, he's back! Did he bring food and water? We don't really want to risk making Shirokov mad by taking his toy away. We've already gotten scratched for a lot less. Let's just leave it be. That wire is probably useless. We were so afraid for Timmy, but he came back from the wasteland and is safe with us now. Government is dropping supplies for survivors in the area. They are marked by smoke flares and can easily be seen, but most of them are barely reachable. Despite that, a lot of them were already ransacked by scavengers. How did they do that? One of the food drops broke in midair, and now it's raining soup. Luckily for us, a few can survive the fall. Some crates were filled with very weird stuff. Why did they drop a crate full of rubber ducks? At least one of the smaller crates had a few water bottles in it. Our neighbors from another shelter gave us a radio. They said they found it in one of the dropped crates, but they already had a working radio. Hey, we got a new radio. Darn it, our gas mask was damaged during the expedition. Alright, well, we'll feed Timmy, because he gets food. Ring, ring. We're not answering that. I know it's the twins. We don't want the twins, so I do not. I'm just gonna leave it. I know we're gonna need to get some more soup. We don't have enough. I just don't think we have enough. So we're ready to go out and scavenge, but Timmy's not able to right now, so we're gonna just kind of let it go. So in order to salesman found a way, we remember him from before the apocalypse. We don't trust the salesman. Besides, I don't need advice on secrets of aliens. So unfortunately, we're gonna let him go. As a rule, we don't trust door-to-door salesmen, especially once we attempt treason. We told him to go back to whatever planet he dropped to Earth from. He got angry and stormed off, mumbling something about how our souls are gonna be devoured by alien Lord Yontar. Poor guy, he seemed very confused. They will not survive without water. One more day and they'll get it. We're not going to listen to the military, so I don't care particularly about it. We didn't necessarily need the new radio, but maybe someone will trade food for it or something. If we end up needing that later on. And it might just keep him sane. Today is food and water day. Timmy still can't go out. Need to wait. Dolores and Timmy both love to read. They are also both creating some fun and challenge that doesn't include radioactive egg or being eaten by a mutant raccoon. They decided to hold a competition for who can read the scout book faster. Should we let them? I mean, sure. What's it gonna do? It's not gonna damage the book. It might keep him sane. Oh no, did they lose the book? Oh dear, they basically tore the book apart, and it's impossible to say who won. No! Those Dolores and Timmy seem really content though. Maybe one book is a small price to pay for their temporary happiness. Logic. I'm Rami Destroyer, how are you? Oh, we lost the book? I can't believe that. This is frustrating. You're good? That's good to hear. So the Wasteland, we can't send Timmy out right now. We welcome a probably crazy supposed scientist in our shelter today. It turns out that Shirkov is not only an incredible ill-mannered pet, but also designed his highly valued assistant, who he calls Dr. Shirkov. The cat's disappearance has left the doc struggling with his latest project. He expects us to help him out as compensation for keeping his helper away. The cat didn't care. It clearly wants to stay. The doc might be really crazy, but maybe his knowledge is something that can help us out in the long run. Also, I see that XX Lulu follow. There it goes. Thank you so much for the follow, Lulu. It's very much appreciated, and welcome to the pack. No news is good news. There's nothing going on with Timmy. Dolores seems well. Still can't scavenge. How about the lake we've been going to for the past 2 years? It would be good to find ourselves there, far away from all this madness. Swim a little, maybe take a boat ride. Find the whole place, even if the whole place turned into Adamville. Hey Lulu, how are you? "38 days, guys. I'm not crazy yet. As long as we're safe, we can we can stay down here. I can speak. I promise." When emptying our bucket in front of the shelter, we discovered a hastily drawn map on one of the ruined walls. Someone drew out a route marked with a spot at the end of it. Maybe there are supplies hidden there. Should we check it out? I'm gonna say no. It was drawn after the atomic bomb. I don't see why there would be supplies there. I'm not risking my life for that. We're not gonna run around like Knights of the Round Table following some madman's scribbles on the wall. The world is crazy enough as it is. You're doing alright? That's good to hear. Time to ration our supplies, not yet. That'll be tomorrow. Timmy's condition's too fragile, sadly. Cat wandered out of the shelter and returned with a small note from the crazy scientist, waging us to help him with his next project. He's building some sort of vehicular contraption, but gave us no details. He only wrote that if all goes well, we can use this vehicle to get out of the wasteland. The doc told us to start stockpiling for the trip, starting with several bottles of water. He'll come around and pick them up soon. We're not helping him. We are not going to give him the water. No, he's crazy, insane even. We're not doing it. I refuse. I'm putting my foot down. Probably a space rocket? Maybe. We need to go on the outside on a journey. You must give the water. I don't want to go outside on the journey though. Like, we need to, but I don't want to send Dolores and then her die. Bad idea. It's difficult to keep our spirits up in this situation. We do hope this whole mess will be over soon, or else we might end up in a place much worse than this city shelter. I know we need to stockpile more food. I want to just see how long it can last, so we're going to stockpile more food. We're not going to help the scientist. It's easy to feel a bit down when living underground like there's no sunshine, no sky. We need to get rid of that pessimism and try to bring some cheerfulness into our lives. Henny seems okay. Dolores seems to be doing well. Not food day. Studying Timmy is still out of the question. Timmy, rest, please. We need you to go out. Not answering that because that's just the military, and we don't want the military. Timmy seems okay in this current situation. Life is hard right now. If Timmy seems okay, why that cat? What? Shirkov? Shirkov? I like Shirkov. It's a cute cat. Timmy goes out right now. He might die. We may need to prepare soon for a trip regardless. Doc came knocking on our door. We're not giving him the water. I mean, like, I know people are gonna get mad maybe, but we're not gonna give him the water. This guy was a bit too nutty, even by our standards. We'll hold on to our supplies for now. We can always change our minds later. It's true, he might come back. We're not gonna ration. We're gonna prepare to scavenge and send out. Timmy got back for the show. Oh gosh. Well, we'll use our thing on him, I guess, to patch it. Maybe he'll be okay to send out after that. I don't know, but we'll give him the med kit and hope for the best. Now tell me he can go on a trip now, right? Using our first aid supplies was the obvious choice for getting Timmy back in shape. He's young, strong, so we have no doubts he'll recover soon. He needs food and water. We're not gonna do that yet. We played a game of list of things you hate the most, and our neighbor's name kept coming up for some reason. That reminded us that the little weasel had a safe in his living room. We always wondered what's inside. Maybe now is the time to finally find out. But who will do the honors of stealing the possessions of an arch nemesis? Should we steal these? Alright, see you soon, Destroyer. Should we steal the possessions of our arch nemesis? What do you guys think? I kind of think that if we're going to send out Dolores instead of Timmy, because I just recovered Timmy and I need to send Timmy on an expedition. So if it like gets him sick or something, I don't want to like, you know, risk it. Should we send out Dolores and see what happens? No one says anything. I'm just going to send her out and see what happens. No opinions? None? Alright. Yes? Alright, we'll send out Dolores. Hopefully it'll be okay. Welcome back, Destroyer. She got sick. No! When we opened the safe, we heard a loud bang and the room filled with thick, nasty smoke. The smell of rotten eggs. The jerk really trapped the safe. Sure, it slowed us down, but it didn't stop us from taking his most prized possession. Take that, Ned! Too bad we won't get the stench off of our clothes now. I said my opinion. It wasn't my fault. No! Aw, Lulu. Timmy's in terrible shape. Alright, well, they're getting food and water today. We're gonna prepare, and we're gonna send Timmy on the expedition. If we care about the future of our kids, we need to start homeschooling Timmy, or maybe sheltered schooling is our choice for the words. We can provide him something to read and material as soon as possible. I mean, I don't know why he would read the back label of bug spray, but we don't have the Boy Scout book anymore. So I guess that's the best option we have. That or say, forget it, he doesn't need to learn. This is a tough decision. I mean, why does he need to read? Like, the wasteland after all. He's not gonna survive. Do it? Alright. We'll give it to him to read. I mean, I don't know what else we'd use the poison for anyways. And he got sick. Why would we do that? Now everyone's gonna die. Shouldn't listen to chat anymore. We saw this into bug spray. It has a few labels that Timmy can read. Who would have thought he would have been curious enough to spray himself in the face? That was unfortunate. Wow. Well, we're sending Timmy out with nothing. Hopefully he comes back and doesn't die. I don't know what we're gonna do if he doesn't come back. Timmy went to the and we don't know what we'll do if he doesn't come back. Exactly. Dolores is fine, we're not feeding watering, we're not giving the crazy scientist what he needs because we barely have enough water as it is. I made better decisions than you. I mean, every time I've made a decision for you, from you warriors, I end up getting sick or hurt. The doctor's getting on our nerves a bit. Sure, we promised we'd get him some supplies, but it's so hard to give them up. They're worth their weight in gold, our soup cans, whatever the currency is these days. I mean, just look at poor Dolores. It's an example of what happens, warriors. And we're not listening to the government, so whatever. Hopefully Dolores can survive. We know she can survive pretty long while sick. I said no though. I know, Lulu, you did. Lulu would have been helpful. Lulu has a good mind. I think we can keep Lulu around. One person left, knock knock. Sound always surprises and confuses us. It could mean anything, good or bad. Curious, should we open the door? No, we're not opening the door. I don't care. Timmy didn't die. I sent Timmy on an expedition. He'll probably come back, right? Open the door. Timmy is so dead. to me can sneak like a secret agent man, but that might not be enough to avoid the band of raiders camped near our shelter. We could probably see them coming back. The banging stopped after a while, and whoever's behind the door left. We have no idea who it was. Will we ever find out? It's not the best time or place to make plans for the future, but we can't help thinking about what we can make of this terrible situation. Is our house still standing, or will we have to move to some forsaken hole like Toronto? Well, alright guys, we're gonna die again. It's nothing we can do. I'll try. We can't make it work. We're in Toronto. Question is, how do we find a boat to get there? We heard the best way to get to Europe. Say no when they need to go outside. Well, we can't let her scavenge. Alright, we're gonna give the doc the water. At this point, we're gonna die anyways. At least she survived longer this time. It's true, I did survive a lot longer. She went crazy. We gave the doc some of the water. We don't have a lot of water. I know that. We have a can and a half, or a can and a quarter. We're not gonna go after the bell. We're gonna give the doctor water because I don't know what else to do at this point. We're probably gonna die. Dolores won't get water until 55. We keep dreaming about these little things we did back in the day when there weren't many bombs falling, as many bombs falling down on our heads anyway. Cake bombs? I want a cake bomb. I want cake. I think cake would just be nice to have. Living in the past is not wise in our current situation. We need to think of today and tomorrow. We don't get food and water today. The cat's been staring intently at our supplies all day. His eyes are piercing. You can practically feel the tension rising in our shelter, as well as a sense of danger. This must be how cats communicate that it's time to eat. Should we share some of our supplies? Yeah, we'll share it. I mean, we're probably going to die anyways, so we might as well let the cat eat, right? Maybe it won't hurt us. The little devil utterly devoured the whole can in less than 60 seconds and left nothing behind, not even a drop. After that, it took a long, peaceful nap. At least it won't bother us for a while. Dolores needs a doctor. Cat must not eat. Well, cat gets to eat. I like the cat. Besides, we had plenty of soup. We're not gonna get rescued by them. Hopefully the scientists will come back for us, you know. Cat comes first. I mean, we're gonna die anyways, we're sick. If there's one thing we need to do, it's Caesaring on a regular basis. Dolores needs a doctor. We don't have anything for her. The mad scientist asked for one of us to join him in his lab for an experiment that's apparently vital to this project. We don't really know what to expect, but he says it has research for wasteland disease. Is this something we want to take part in? Who's the best one to fit survival? Well, she's the only one that can. She probably won't survive, but she's the only one that can do it. Oh, she did survive. And she's injured. What did he do? Our volunteers temporarily left the shelter to help to build a rocket that we can all use to get out of the wasteland. Let's hope we're not just wasting our time. Dolores stood up in the shelter after completing the mysterious experiment. It seems her stay in the doc's lab took a toll on her. When we come back to the shelter, we were relieved to discover that it was still locked. The padlock carries signs of an attempted break-in, but whoever gave it a try did not succeed in getting inside. Sadly, the padlock is in a sorry state and we can't really use it anymore. We had a padlock? Did I miss that? It's difficult to keep our spirits up in this situation. We do hope this whole mess will be over soon, or else we might end up in a place much cozier, much worse than this cozy shelter. Much cozier? Yes. Well, we have enough water to last us like 2 more. How many more? It's hard not to worry considering our current situation. Some days we're still struggling to deal with the shelter life. Oh, we have 3 more times, so 15 more days. We can use some extra supplies. We're not going to go out to the tank. I remember last time we did this to investigate it. It did blow up in our face. Dolores is sick and injured enough. We're not putting her through more, and she will die. And she died anyways. Dolores, why? We decided against going for an inspection of the tank. For all we know, it might be a trap or simply burnout wreck. Not worth our time and effort. Dolores' sickness progressed quickly. Coughing, fever, chest pain. She didn't recover. Of all places we could have perished, this is probably the best one, or maybe not. We survived for 61 days. The end. Sounds like a blast and went off to the bed. Days survived 61, water consumed 9.25, suit consumed 6.25, times defended your shelter 0, which is a blessing. We haven't had to defend that. Yes decisions 2, no decisions 5, successful expeditions 4 out of 5, and items brought from expedition 7. GG animal. Soup. Now too hard. I may save Sarbama for next time and end this here. I think that's what we're gonna do. So I think we're gonna end it here. It's been a very long, fun time. Anyways, it's been a blast hanging out with you guys and getting to play this game again. I absolutely have fallen in love with this game and being able to play it. Good night, Warriors. Bring everyone. Yeah, we'll have to next time for sure, Lulu. Anyways, I'm gonna end it here though. That being said, I hope that you guys had as much fun as I did. Feel free to join my Discord if you want. It's followers only, so follow the rules in the channel that you get put into, and you will understand how to get a rank, be able to interact with us outside of the stream, with me and the rest of the community, the rest of the pack. Thank you guys again for stopping by. It's been an absolute pleasure getting to play this game again. Maybe we'll have better luck next time and actually survive and get rescued. And I hope that you guys had as much fun as I did. Love your stream. Oh, thank you, Lulu. Anyways, I'm getting sidetracked. You can go ahead and go to my YouTube and subscribe there if you want to watch Sky Factory 3. I might start posting these streams of 60 seconds onto YouTube. I'm not sure yet. I gotta look into that a bit, make sure it's not gonna get any sort of issues with YouTube and me posting it. But as far as that goes, thanks again everyone for stopping by. I hope you have an amazing evening and I hope to catch you next stream. I love you all and thank you for just being my pack and being so supportive of me. Bye!